Hey there, welcome back to another great segment with your boy, the Asset Protector, the Asset Protection Pastor. Hey, look, I just want to do look, before we move any further, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. All right, subscribe to the channel for more. I just want to take a few minutes to talk about Super Bowl 59. Was that a game? Ooh, I mean, you could feel the excitement the whole time that you was watching the game. I know I did. I was on the seat's edge the whole time, from the game itself to the halftime to the winning to Jalen Hurts giving his speech and giving out, showing love to his entire team. It was phenomenal. I just had to speak on that. I just want to talk about a few things that kind of stuck out to me as I was watching the game tonight. And you can just kind of let me know, give me a thumbs up if you agree or disagree. And if you want to drop a comment, do that as well. So here we go. And just dive right into it. So the Eagles, they flew high in the Super Bowl. Shout out to Nick Sirianni, the second head coach to lead Philadelphia Eagles to a Super Bowl victory. The Eagles dominated, proving their strength on both sides of the ball. Jalen Hurts delivered a master performance, leading his team with precise confidence. Kansas City fought hard, but Philly fought back harder. So about that Bud Light commercial, I just want to get into that. So we jumping into halftime real quick. So about that Bud Light commercial, I thought that whole Bud Light cul-de-sac commercial was kind of wild. I kind of looked at it like it was, I did dig that mile-long cooler now. That was real cool. I've never seen a doggone cooler that long. That is a lot of beer. The only thing is, I personally would not have had Bud Light in it. I would have had a better quality beer in it myself. But hey, it's the American way. Bud Light is a premium beer, Budweiser, and all that. Hats off to you. I'm not taking nothing from you. But that's just not for me. But I did dig that cooler. And I like the way they kind of came through the gate, you know, pulling it on the machine, the lawnmower, whatever that was. And then they just kind of like knocked the fences down and then took the leaf blowers or whatever and shooting the beer cans all over the community to invite people. I thought that was cool. Thought it was kind of trailer parkish, but it was still cool. I know that when black people have a cookout, here's the secret. The secret is in the sauce. What you do, white people, is you take the barbecue sauce and you gotta have the barbecue sauce, gotta be right now, and put it on the meat while it's still on the hot grill. And then what happens is that the meat drops down on the embers or either on the coals, and it gives off an aroma. Somebody please invite me to a barbecue. I got that taste in my mouth right now. But good shot. I thought that was cool. I thought it was real cool with the neighborhood camaraderie. People in the neighborhood coming together and doing their thing. You know, it is what it is. It's a cul-de-sac, cooler day or whatever you want to call it, game day vibes, whatever it was, you hit the spot with that. Truth bomb. Another one is about this whole weight loss thing and this whole hims and hers and all these doggone, what do they call them, pronouns and all these crazy things to justify who we are or who we're not. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I think, and this is a truth bomb, and you can give me your feedback if you want to. Okay, get up off me on the pronouns, because I don't know pronouns like that. I've been out of school longer than some of y'all been living. Okay, I got other things to think about. If you want to lose weight, you should do a couple things. You can pull back from the table and exercise. That's all you have to do. Don't eat as much food, and when you do eat healthy food, right? Don't be eating all these chicken wings and In-N-Out and Carl's Jr., McDonald's, and all that stuff going to, churches and the other one that they're always fighting over, Popeye's chicken. They already told you they don't make sense. They make chicken. You shouldn't be eating that stuff. Chick-fil-A and all those companies like that, I'm telling you, you gotta pull back. Because if you don't, then it's gonna get in your system and it's gonna throw you off. Then you don't have to be taking those hims and hers, okay? Hims and hers, they said in the ad that it was tailored for you. And so I don't know about that, but I just see people injecting themselves with all this stuff, sticking stuff in their bodies and doing everything except working out and doing what they need to be doing. So I'm just saying, for longevity and for health, because it's not how long you live. As an old man said to me, he said, son, it's not how long you make it, but it's how you make it long. We're talking about the quality of life. So if you live a long life, but you're living a life and you having, parts cut off your body, diabetes and all that kind of stuff like that because of eating disorders, or you're overeating, which is a disorder, as well as undereating or eating too much of the wrong stuff. All of it is a disorder. No good for you. So work out, work out, work out. Now, the hims and hers, as far as from a functional or dysfunctional, you know what I mean, in a certain part of the house where you sleep in. And I'm just saying it this way for if a kid is watching, and also for YouTube, so they don't take my video down, okay? Because they flagged a couple of my videos, and I'm like, but I didn't do nothing. Look, exercise, do Kegels, pull back from the table, drink plenty of water, and you're good to go, okay? Take it from me, I should know. And the older you get, the more you need to work out from the waist down. I know guys, you're in the gym, you like pumping, and you want your chest to be big. You look good, but you can't do what you need to do, for the miss or for your significant other. Super Bowl 59. Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Kansas City 14-40. Philadelphia Eagles takes home the victory, takes home the Lombardi Trophy. One more thing, the halftime show. Kendrick Lamar. You did the doggone thing. You brought Samuel L. Jackson with you, and he's always funny. Samuel L. Jackson is just being himself. And that hat he had on. At first I was like, why in the world is he wearing this? But then I realized, okay, he had on the right uniform. Kendrick, man, keep doing the things you're doing, man. You're doing a phenomenal job. I enjoyed watching your show. I just got a whole different respect for you at this point moving forward. Samuel L. Jackson, man, I had the opportunity to meet Samuel L. Jackson probably 20 years ago at the Trumpet Awards in Atlanta, Georgia, when I was doing a red carpet with the Neo Soul Spoken Word Variety Show with Tracy Cruz before I started doing my own show, the Real Talk Raheem Show. And it was fun meeting you, brother. The energy was all the way live. You always bring it. And you always keep me on the edge of my seat because I never know what you're going to say next. Even in corporate, whether it's a credit card commercial, whether it's a beer commercial, whether you're talking about golf or whatever it is, man, you just nail it. And I just want you to know that you are a brother that I truly look up to. I love you, and I appreciate you, and I respect you in the craft, and nobody can do it like you. One other commercial that I want to talk about, because you know that my line of work is in making money, saving money, and protecting money. That's what we do, right? Estate planning, life insurance, all that stuff, making sure that your advanced directives and stuff are in place. But the little girl who did the commercial, right? And it was a Lay's potato chip commercial, whereas she actually she dug a hole in the ground, right? And then she put that potato in there and she began to water, which it may seem funny to some of you, but being from the country myself and growing up and having to do agricultural things in my family, I know that that's the way you reproduce and mass produce potatoes. You cut the eye off, the part that you're throwing away, with that little finger sticking out on it. Some of them look like that, and you throw that away, you should cut that off and plant it. That's a little hack. It's a potato hack, right? Farmer's hack. But the thing that I want to say is, the little girl took something and dug the hole. She put the potato in and covered up and watered it. And she guarded it just like it was a child, like a mother watching over her young child, right? Even in the nighttime, had a little tent out there in the rain, and eventually it grew. It grew. See, it started from a little potato, and it grew into a big old potato plant that was able to give multiple plants. So when you think about your future and you think about your savings, think about departing with that one potato just being symbolic of your money. Depart with a little bit of your money. Now, Put it into something. Whether it's an IUL, which is always my first go-to. Bitcoin, hey, I own Bitcoin, and I think that Bitcoin is going to do well, but I believe in diversifying. IUL is a way to make sure that you can have a death benefit to cover yourself in the event, not in the event, but when you pass away. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but everybody's going to die one day, including you, and me too, right? So I'll meet you in the cemetery. So we need to have a plan for that. So make sure that you have your trust in place. Make sure you have a living will in place. And in your trust, you have an advance directive with someone you trust. Make sure that you're departing with some of your money right now, putting it into some type of vehicle that is going to mass produce, that's going to grow your money, so that one day, when you're older and you're a senior and you're ready to retire, and you're no longer in your accumulation phase of life, now you can go and you can draw from that money in an IUL or in an annuity. You can take that money and you can leave it in there and then just do it like it's a pension. If you own your own business, guess what? You can have a self-employment pension, right? So if you work in a job and you left that job and you have a 401k, you had a 457 or a thrifted plan or whatever, what you gonna do with your money? I know. Call me so that I can get you set up in where you can control your own money. Because if you're in a 401k, the first thing is that it's a government favorite plan. And anything that the government favors, you don't want them to be having too much to do with your money. That's why I say the index universal life insurance, and especially if you make good money, but you really don't have a good bit of money saved up. But on the other hand, conversely, if you have like $10,000 or more, 10,000, $1 million, $5 million, who cares? You take that money and put it over into an annuity. Allow that money to grow, compound interest, and over time. So let's say 7 years. You could do one for 5 years, but I'd like to say 10 years. That's a nice sweet spot. 10 years, if you're young, then you go 20 years, right? Just like you're doing with your 401k, except the only difference here is that you are owning your own plan. If you're doing it through your company, oh child, my boss, my company offers a 401k. Do you think the 401k is for you? Or do you think the 401k is for them? Think about it. If you were going to open up a business, would you open up that business with yourself, thinking about yourself in mind to get yourself rich or to get your employees rich? So think like this little girl. If she continues to do that with her money, like she's doing with that Lay's potato chip, you have to sometimes read beyond the fine print. You're looking at the potatoes that they're trying to show you, trying to sell you and get you to eat more of them to get you to die quicker. And I'm telling you, look, take your money and do what the girl did with that potato. Grow your money, mass produce your money, and then when you leave, you can leave a legacy. Listen, I hope that you like something about this video. This video was about a recap, but of course I turned it into life insurance and into annuities, into saving and all that good stuff, estate planning, because that is the whole purpose. That's what I do. Think twice. You just watched that game, right? Jalen Hurts, he's the MVP. And again, hey man, congratulations to you. I mean, this guy is going to wake up tomorrow morning and he's set, and you look over his mantelpiece and he remembers his day and he's going down in history forever. But what about you? Maybe you were at the game and maybe you paid $5,000 or $10,000 for your seat. I don't know what it costs. I wouldn't do it personally because I can watch the game from here. Personally, I'd rather go tailgating anyway. But besides the point, put your money in something that's going to make a difference. These people were making money while you were jumping up and down and acting a fool, being loud and acting however people act when they go to these different house parties and stuff like that, wasting beer, jumping all over each other, fighting and pitching a fit. What did you accomplish? I watched it from the living room of my home, privately, my wife and I got the same thing out of it as you did, except it didn't cost me anything to do that. But make sure that you're getting something out of it all. Anyway, so I'm kind of at this point just rambling on, but at the end of the day, you get the point. I've given you the recipe. It's up to you with what you do with it, okay? Blessings on you and your family. May 2025 praying a multitude of wealth, success, happiness, and love, and joy, and peace, and comfort in your home life, in your family life, and in your love life. Thank you for stopping by to check me out. Be sure to subscribe. And if you like this, be sure to like and share this with somebody. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.